This month we're working on mindfulness, and you all know what that is. Mindfulness is when you can consciously and repeatedly maintain focus. It becomes a part of your checking against at all times. It's not something we say in the morning, forget, and look at it the next morning. It's something that we begin to live by. You all understand mindfulness? All right. So every Sunday we're going to talk about it in a different aspect. Last week Charmaine shared mindfulness about creating. You can absolutely have anything you want, but everything that you create you have to be ready to tend. You have to take care of the responsibilities that come with it. So it's not a magic kingdom, it is a manifestation, and absolutely. So as you make your choices, mindfulness is very important, right? Okay. So today we're talking about the mission, mindfulness of the mission, and this came from Spirit in segments, so I want to really honor how the message came down. So, everybody ready? When we pull back and take a look at Mother Earth, what would the mission of Mother Earth be? If we could look at the planet as a whole, as a being, would it not be all about life? Don't we think that Earth is about sustaining life? So everything in Earth promotes growth, it sustains life, and it supports death. It promotes the growth, sustains the life, and supports the death. The trees, the leaves, the animals, when they cross, they are absorbed back into building blocks, which then go and support life again. So it's this beautiful cycle of energy. Water becomes rain. Even the salt water from the oceans become rain. And when it rains, it's not salty. And then it goes into the streams and becomes snow and all manner of forms. And then goes back to the salt water in its cycle. And the water in every single form maintains an ecosystem in that form. There is life in salt water, there is life in fresh water, there is life in snow. There's life in everything. Everything that it moves through is sustaining life at some system, in some system. So, all elements blend into renewal. They're all rebuilding, sustaining, and elevating. And it doesn't matter what form they're taking. Do you have the bigger picture?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you like the mission of Mother Earth? The mission of a country. Think of any country. Anything that comes together, any group of people that come together and say, we're going to be a country now. We're going to come together as a country. What is the mission of any country? It's community. It's group consciousness. It needs to support the people in the community in order for contributions to be made, in order for growth to happen. It creates the idea of a job for every being, for contributions to the whole. There is energies coming together to sustain life. A country that does not have that as a goal to sustain life will not exist long, will it? It will destroy itself. Because what sustains a country is people, group consciousness, energy coming together. Promoting its growth, the country wants to promote its growth, it supports its death, and it lets all of the elements blend into renewal, rebuilding, sustaining, and elevating energies. Y'all following me? Mm-hmm. Okay. When we look at us individually, you all realize we all have a mission statement. We all have a mission in our world. Everything that we do in our world will ultimately support that mission, whatever mission statement we've declared for ourselves. So, there are many things that go underneath the auspices of our mission. There are many ecosystems and many life forms and many things under our mission statement, just like there are in the country and in Mother Earth. but the mission statement is the thing we bounce everything against. So, we are continually supporting a multitude of things under this umbrella of a mission statement. You didn't even know you had one, did you? But we all do. Everything that we have done is invested in one mission statement that we probably created as a teenager. So, when you think about your mission statement, just realize that it engulfs everything that you do. When we are young, especially teens, we make a decision about how we're going to go out into the world. We make a decision about what our mission will be, and it is not even conscious sometimes. Oftentimes it's subconscious. And we get at this, we might call it a theme for our lives. And then we begin to live under that theme, under that mission. Sometimes the mission statement is simply about your parents. And it says something like this: I am not going to be like that. I see we have one vote. And if that is, or was, your mission statement as a teenager, very deep within you, everything you do, everything you experience will always bounce against how you viewed your parents, the negative of that parent, that which you don't want to become. Do you understand? And so everything that you do and allow in your world is going to be bounced against that. We actually developed the mission as a matter of evolution as human beings. So, with this mission statement, it creates an energy of why I am in the world. Our purpose is a part of those beautiful choices and that beautiful ecosystems, the lives, the forms, the this, the that fall under the why. The mission is why, the purpose is how. So your purpose may change many times. You're not doing the same thing you did when you were a kid, are you? We think we're taking our light out in the world differently. We're taking our light out in the world differently. We have a different purpose now, but it's living under that mission statement. And it colors everything. That's why oftentimes as adults and people, someone can say to you something and you cannot see it. I cannot see what's happening. I cannot see what you're telling me because it has no place in my mission. It doesn't fit in my mission, so that must be all about you because this is my mission. Are y'all following? Okay. Why? Why is my mission? How is my purpose? How changes? Why doesn't? Do you trust that teenager that was within you? Okay. Once the mission is set, everything in life has to make sense. And the only way it makes sense is because it sits under your mission. Anything that does not sit under your mission does not make sense to you. You guys getting it? All right. Many purposes, one mission. I can tell you when I was little, my mission, it probably was created when I was probably 10 or 11, and I did it consciously. My mission by God was to know God. I'd already been beat up enough. Didn't want to really do anything else. I just wanted to know God. That was my mission, to know God. What do you think it took me? Do you think it took me to joy and bliss at every moment? No. I got to know God in some of the dark alleys of life. I got to know God in some of the trials and tribulations. I got to know God in my ego. I got to know God in other people's egos. Do you hear? But everything fit in my mission statement of knowing God. And I had many purposes underneath it all. But even now as I think about it, I want to refine that mission statement. You see? Even that which seems to be an idealistic good one. But did you see how I said it? I want to know God. Because I'm done with you people. I'm not finding the joy, the happiness, or the love in you folks. So I'm going to go to God. And that was the energy that I built that in. All right. Everybody understands mission statements, don't you? All right, so I'm going to flip from you guys. I've shared with you this story before, and I have forgotten. It's such an old story. It was either in a meditation or a dream, and I don't remember which. God specifically gave me call letters, and I thought they were call letters for a stock. You know how the stock has these little letters that make no sense. So somehow I found this company that God was pointing me to. And I had a couple $100 in my little stock account. And I knew God wanted me to buy their stock because I could tell by the journey to get there. And I thought, well, what is this about? So I Googled them, and they were a company in Japan. And they own grocery stores and shopping malls in Japan. And I thought, okay, I'm a company in Japan. All right, okay. So I'm Googling further, and I go to their precepts. And you cannot see this, but I will hold it up anyway. This is a pyramid. This is part of their company mission. In the middle, it says customer. On the right is people. On the left is community. At the top is peace. I went, oh my God, God, how did you know? That's amazing. Of course I want these people. And this is what their mission statement is. Their company is AEON, which means eternity in Latin. This is a corporation whose operations are dedicated to the pursuit of peace through prosperity. Peace. This is a corporation that respects human dignity and values personal relationships. People. This is a corporation rooted in local community and dedicated to making continuing contributions to that community. On the basis of these principles, this company practices customer-first philosophy with its everlasting innovative spirit. Now that is their mission statement. So it doesn't have to be one line. But under the auspices of this as a mission statement, how do you think they would run their business? If an opportunity came to make a buck at their customer's expense, do you think they would take advantage of it? Do you think they would run the business for the benefit or the profit of the stockholders? Probably not. Yet isn't that the American way? Profit of the stockholders. I would love to sit in on one of their board meetings and see how they bounce ideas against these principles. It would be amazing to be a witness to that. Could we hold that high of a mission statement? At InnerQuest, our mission statement is this. The journey of life is to know oneself, and the path begins in the heart. You hear it, you see it, it's everywhere. So, our mission statement is about connecting the world of matter with the world of spirit. The journey of life here on earth is to know oneself here on earth. The path begins in the heart, internal spirit. So under that, we are always about connecting spirit to matter. We're about helping you make your life get better physically, have a better life here, better career, better money, better relationships, better things in the outer. We teach this. We're about healings, bringing God's love into your body, into the cells of your being, spirit and matter. We're about readings, looking at the energy that you're creating with, helping you create better. We're about talking to people that have crossed over, spirit, matter, staying connected with your peeps on the other side. We're about talking and teaching spiritual precepts and ideas. We're about teaching the spiritual impact of stones. What? That's crazy. We're about teaching you to go within. The energy of spirit and matter. And do you know what people say when they come to visit the church and they see the teachings and they see who we are and what we do? You know what they say? You got to get out there. You got to market yourself. You guys are awesome. Look, you don't have enough people. We need to build this church. We need to make a mega place for you. I'm like, yay, that's great. You do that. Our mission statement doesn't say that, does it? Our mission statement is about the journey of life is to know oneself. You. It's all about the yous. It's not about this whole impacting the world, although I'd love to, by the way. If anybody wants to build us I'm going to say yes to that, build us a big sanctuary, awesome. But the mission statement does not have that in it, does it? And people have said you need to rewrite your mission. You need to rewrite your mission statement. We've been told that a lot as well. And we go to God, because God gave us this one, and we say, nothing comes. When the time comes, we will. And then maybe we'll grow to be gigantic. But everything that we do bounces against that mission statement. Everything that we do. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right. When we look at Jesus' mission statement, I know you were wondering about what his was. We see it as he came to wake up all of the world to their true connection with God. You know, his mission statement wasn't to start a religion. You realize that. He was Jewish. He died Jewish. Christianity, Christians, Messiahs, they were part of the Jewish religion until Judaism was, until Israel, Jerusalem, the temple was sacked 30 years after Jesus died. Then the Christians had to pull away because Jews were under attack. But they were a sect, an S-E-C-T, sect of the Jewish faith for all those years. He didn't come to start that. He came to teach us about the Father. We were the children of God. So, in the Aquarian it says this, I came to manifest the Christ to man as his mission statement. I came to show man their Christ, what they can do and who they can be. Pretty big mission statement. He also says, in the Aquarian, I came to save the lost from themselves. Not from their sins, not from the government, from themselves, from their creative energy, from who they are. Show them what they could do better. In the New Testament it says, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So when you look at all of these mission statements, is it about after you die and go to heaven? It's about being here on the earth, isn't it? Jesus' mission statement was, I'm here to remind you who you are. You're a child of God. Watch me, I'll show you. Watch me, you're God's child. You are the Christ. Watch me, follow me. Here we go. Your spirit. He had a great mission statement, didn't he? It's wonderful. And I'm sure people asked him to set up a school. There was one Pharisee rabbi that asked him to take his teachings and bring them into the Jewish church more strongly, to actually bring them into the Jewish church. And that's when Jesus said to him, you can't pour new wine into old wineskins. Remember that story? So he stayed true to his mission, didn't he? He stayed true. All right. He told us to ask, to seek, and we would find. And even as Mother Earth provides for all the cycles of life, God provides for all of life that allow it. Everyone on earth, all the beings that allow it, God provides for. What a beautiful mission statement. When we look at our life mission, maybe we want to create something that's a little bit more perfect for us. Maybe we could start adding life-sustaining energies. Would that be interesting? Like Mother Earth, like countries. I want my mission statement to be something that sustains and elevates life for me and the whole. Maybe we could add that to our life, to our mission statements. I want to know God in all things. Maybe I can say, I want to know God in all things and walk in God's love, sharing the light. So I avoid the halls of darkness. I want to know God moving through me in light and love and joy and celebration. I've done enough time in the halls of darkness, and they didn't change. That's a secret. They don't change. They stay that way. Why? Because I didn't create them. If they were my halls, they would have changed, but they weren't. So staying in my energy, maybe I want to know God as joy, as celebration, as life, as light. Do you see? All right. Everything I do will fold up against that mission statement. All right. And I will learn to honor the death part of it as well. I will learn to honor life, sustain life, elevate life, and honor that which is complete as it moves on. You guys getting it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Back to you again. Your purpose is how, but your mission is why. If you were a child, a teen, what if you said, my mission is to be a millionaire? You might have. What do you think you're doing now that bounces against that? My mission is to be the best and the greatest. Okay. What are you going to do to yourself with that? You might be feeling a little falling short on that one, but everything you do is going to be pushing you to be the best and greatest, isn't it? What if you said, I'm going to be a loser? Do you know how many young people decide that's their mission? I'm just going to be a loser. I can't do this. This is too much. I'm going to be a loser. And if that's your mission, everything is going to reflect that. You're going to check everything. Is this going to make me a loser? Okay. If it's not, I'm not going to do it. Because that's my mission statement. Your mission statement might also have been to never forget someone you lost. A lot of kids will do that. They have a very difficult time with loss. They'll make that their mission statement. And then they live their lives in memory of someone else. Everything that we now choose, we need to be thinking that it will support life and many forms of life. It'll have many purposes underneath it. It will give us opportunities and be a blessing to the world around us. That's where we need to go, or that's where I would want to go. All right. So, what we're going to do in this moment is we're going to do a meditation. I'm going to take you to your heart. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to maybe see your mission statement that you'd forgotten about, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to alter it. You do not have to do this. This is something for you just to become aware of. So, when you choose whatever words that come to you, if you're going to alter your mission statement, be aware this is going to be the overarching concept that you will now bounce everything against. You will live under this. So be sure that you want to do this change. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, put your feet on the floor. Before we go in, I want you to see in your mind's eye Mother Earth. And I want you to just imagine you can pull back and see the planet, the blue, the water, the land, maybe a cloud. And I want you to see how awesome she balances everything for life. It's easy. Let the vision go, take a breath. And God, I ask that all that we now do be for the highest healing and highest blessing for all concerned. So I ask that a beautiful column of light come over each one of you. Just imagine it in, image it in, pretend it in. Let it be a color, a perfect color. Feel that love of God and feel the presence of Jesus Christ with you by your side. And now breathe. And very gently, allow your focus to go to your heart. Begin to imagine that you can walk into the center of your heart energy and find yourself standing in a garden. Gently moving into a garden, and you'll feel yourself moving into the heart. And as you find yourself there, just breathe and feel yourself balanced. Again, Jesus Christ is by your side. And I want you to see the wonders in your heart, the energy of it. Feel it. I am good. You are good. And now we're going to call forth that part of you that part of you that determined what the mission would be in this lifetime. And welcome, maybe a teenage version of you will come, maybe a younger child. Welcome a part of you to become visible in front of you. The part that created your mission. If you're visual, just see it clearly. If you feel, just feel the energy. And ask this part of you that has stepped out in front of you. You can feel it separate right now. Ask, what was the mission that was created? And you may get it, words, a feeling. Just accept what comes, don't add it. And whether it's completely clear or not, does not matter. Send gratitude to that part of you that stands before you. That younger aspect of self. And say, you have done a good job. Thank you. We have lived this far and done well. But now we need to change. Breathe and feel that love of God pouring through you even stronger. Feel that you are a child of God. Feel life around you. Life. And let words come through you now to that younger aspect of self. Our new mission is this. And whatever words or feeling come through you now, let it move. And if a million words tumble, that's fine. Feel the energy. And feel the expansion in this moment. And if you need to refine it later, that's fine, but you've begun. So I want you to look at that part of you, that younger aspect of self, and ask them just to step into you now, reclaiming this youthful exuberance. I need your enthusiasm and your energy and your steadfast determination, and bring this young aspect of you into your body. And just feel yourself now in the garden, you and Jesus Christ, that love of God flowing through you. I am my mission. Life flows through my mission. However you have defined it, you are your mission, and life flows through it. Now I want you to ask for a symbol that represents this mission. Just ask for it to come forward now. It'll appear in front of you. Something in the world that will remind you of your mission. A symbol. It could be a bird, a bell, it could be a flower, it could be anything in your world that would remind you of this mission. And every time you see that symbol in the outer world, you will think clearly of this moment. Take the symbol into your heart. If you did not get anything, perhaps you got a feeling or a color, take that into your heart. And feel ready. So breathe. God, we thank you for this beautiful transformation. We thank you for your love. Feel that Jesus energy, Jesus Christ by your side, and just take him by the hand and just begin to walk out of the garden, make your way out. Gently coming back until you can just find yourself sitting in your chair. Feeling new beginnings. New ecosystems being born, new life forms being sustained and elevated. And say, I love you, God. And so it is. And breathe and gently bring your awareness back to this room. Well, you look great. As you walk now, keep this in your mind. Let this experience today walk with you consciously for 7 days. And then get your symbol. If you see the symbol, put it where you can see it, where it reminds you. And everyone's mission may be different. But it's time for us to be mindful of it. Say, yay, God.
Yeah.